There are two main VR headsets right now. There's the Quest 3 and the Quest 3S. And today, I'm going to be breaking everything down between these two headsets. Specifically, I have 7 things for you guys. And the final thing is by far the most important and possibly a full-on deal breaker that will decide which headset is right for you. So let's get right into it with the pricing. The Quest 3 is $500, while the Quest 3S is only $300. So that's a $200 difference between them. So just from that might make your choice for you. Because if you're working with a budget, then the Quest 3S might be the better option. Because there's other things you have to consider, like accessories. I have a cover on here and a head strap. So you want to consider accessories like these when you're looking at pricing. Next is the unboxing experience. Now, these unboxing experiences are very, very similar, as you still get the same headset, the same controllers, the same glasses spacer, the same charger, and everything just like that. But I am still going to show you all the unboxing footage that I have and, explain this all so that way you can still know what you're getting. Now, I will mention that the Quest 3 box is a little bit smaller because the headset itself is smaller. Next is the resolution. The resolution of the Quest 3 is 2064 by 2208 pixels. So that's quite a lot of pixels here. And honestly, when I'm wearing my headset, I can't even see the pixels of the screen, since it's just really clear. Now, the Quest 3S's resolution is 1832 by 1920. So that's the exact length of this video, but squared, basically. Except that is per eye. So when they're combined together, it'll actually be about 1.5 times that. Now, there is a little caveat to this. When you're on the standalone headsets, the resolution is limited to 1680 by 1760. Unless you use a PC or a program like SideQuest to crank up the resolution as high as it can go, then you technically won't be able to enjoy all of it. But it still does look really sharp. Next is the visuals. Quest 3 here has 120 Hz of refresh rate, same with the Quest 3S, and it has 110 degrees of horizontal FOV, meaning that you can see 110 degrees of rotation horizontally without moving your head at all. The Quest 3S, on the other hand, still has 120 Hz, but only has 96 degrees of horizontal FOV. Next is the performance, specifically the processor. This is the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chip, and it's actually the same in both headsets, which is honestly quite surprising because of the pricing difference. This makes the Quest 3S possibly much more worth it for you, because you could still get the raw performance by sacrificing some of the visual quality. Next is the compatibility. Now, this one's very, very simple. As of 2025, they're all able to run the exact same games, exact same apps, and all the same features, except for a couple of hardware differences. For example, the Quest 3S has a little pass-through button on the bottom that will toggle whether you're seeing a virtual view or your real-life surroundings. While on the Quest 3, there's no button. You're gonna have to double tap the side of the headset. But other than that, they're basically the same as far as compatibility. Now is the big one, the most important thing that could be a deal breaker between these two wonderful VR headsets. Now, I have a little quiz for you guys. Because it's such an important thing, it's actually the first thing that you see when you put on your headset. So, what's the first thing you see when you put on your VR headset? Is it A, the main Oculus menu? Is it B, the Meta logo when you first power on the headset? Is it C, the screen? Or is it D, the lenses? I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. Let's see if you can get it. Okay. If you guessed the lenses, you would be correct. That's right, the lenses. It's the most important thing. It's the first thing you see when you put on a VR headset, and it's honestly quite a deal breaker. The Quest 3S has Fresnel lenses, which means it has these little rings and ridges across it, because it's sharpest in the center, the very center of the lens. Then as it goes out, it gets less and less sharp until at the edge, you're barely gonna be able to see anything. But on the Quest 3, look at this. We got flat lenses right here. And that's because the Quest 3 has pancake lenses, which means that the picture is just as sharp across the whole thing. And honestly, it looks a lot clearer, even just in the center. This is a very important thing. I think that if you're picking between these two headsets, and you don't have a hard limit of $300, then I think the clear winner is the Quest 3.
Quest 3 wins.
Now there's a very good reason to this. Although the processors are the same and the FOV isn't that big of a deal, the lenses is really what makes the huge difference. Plus, with the Quest 3's pancake lenses, you're able to really enjoy the resolution and the extra processing power because you're going to be able to see a clearer image. So the headset will be able to show that to you. It's awesome. Now look, I'm not here to dog on the Quest 3S. It still is a very, very good headset. And I use it every day. So I think what's best for you guys to do is to either go off of this video or is to either kind of imagine it and see what you would think for yourself, or go into a physical store so you can put on both of these headsets and test if the visual quality of the lenses is a big deal for you. That's all I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Have fun getting started in VR.